Think about putting money into what you thought was the future of cars, only to later wonder if it was the right move. Have you ever thought about why some people who own electric cars are switching back to gas cars? Even though EVs are said to provide cleaner energy and lower costs, some people are changing their minds about buying one because of some surprising facts. Even though EVs have benefits, some owners are now thinking about switching back to cars that run on gasoline. Several things are causing this shift, such as unexpected prices and charging problems, worries about range anxiety, and the damage that making EVs does to the environment, concerns about range and charging infrastructure. Range anxiety, or the fear of running out of power without a charging point, is one of the main reasons why EV owners are unhappy. In contrast to gas stations, which are easy to find almost anywhere, charging stations are still being built. But it can be hard for EV drivers to find them in rural or sparsely populated areas, leaving them with fewer choices for longer trips. Even with fast charging technology, charging also takes a lot longer than filling up the gas tank. Some types of chargers can take anywhere from 30 minutes to several hours to fully charge an electric vehicle. It costs a lot to replace batteries and keep them in good shape. Even though EVs are advertised as being easier to maintain than gas-powered cars, they have one very pricey part: the battery. Lithium-ion batteries wear out over time and need to be replaced. Some owners have thought twice about buying them because they don't want to have to pay a lot of money to repair them in the future. Costs can also come up out of the blue when there are other maintenance problems, like the need for specialized service technicians and special tools, which can be more expensive than going to a neighborhood repair shop because not all repair shops know how to fix problems that only happen with EVs. How well you do in cold weather? In places with harsh winters, EV drivers often have problems with their batteries not working as well. Batteries have a harder time working at full capacity when it's cold outside, which can greatly lessen the range of an electric vehicle. This has left some EV drivers stuck or forced to stop charging their cars often while on long trips in the winter. Concerns about the environment with making and throwing away batteries. One main reason people move to EVs is to make less of an impact on the environment. But new studies have raised worries about how making lithium-ion batteries affects the environment, especially when lithium, cobalt, and nickel are mined as raw materials. Getting rid of batteries is also bad for the environment in the long run. Some steps are being taken to make recycling batteries better, but the systems needed to do it on a big scale are still in their early stages. As more people learn about these problems, some car owners aren't sure what kind of car to buy. Fewer options and higher startup costs. Even though the market for electric vehicles is growing, there are still not as many options as there are for gasoline-powered cars. Many people who buy EVs feel like they can only choose from a few body types, brands, and sizes, which may not fit their tastes or needs. Even with federal and state subsidies, EVs are still hard to buy because they cost more up front. Some people don't think the money they save on gas and the pollution they stop are worth the starting cost, especially if they only plan to keep the car for a few years. Not enough of a resale market and loss of value. EV drivers also worry about their cars losing value over time. All cars lose value over time, but electric cars lose value more quickly than gas cars. As battery technology quickly improves, many EVs lose a lot of value. This makes older EV models less appealing to buyers. An EV that is 5 years old might not have as much range as a younger model. This makes it harder to sell and causes its value to drop faster. Problems with dependability and repair. Even though EVs have fewer moving parts than cars with regular engines, they can still break down. Because EV technology is still fairly new, fixes can be hard to do and cost a lot of money when they do happen. If a user lives far away from a certified EV repair shop, it may take longer and be more inconvenient to get them fixed. It can't tow or go off-road. Electric vehicles aren't usually made for heavy-duty tasks like towing or serious off-roading. This makes them less appealing to people who need a work car or like to go on outdoor adventures. but they haven't been tried much in the real world, especially over long distances and in harsh conditions. The extra weight of batteries makes it harder to tow and go off-road, and they drain the battery faster, lowering its range. Gasoline or diesel cars are still a better choice for people who like to be outside or who need their cars for more than just going around town. Loss of experience and familiarity with driving. When people switch to EVs, the way they drive completely changes, which some drivers find hard to enjoy. With their instant torque and regenerative braking, EVs are not like regular cars in how they move. For many car fans, it's hard to imagine a car without the sound of a gasoline engine and the way it handles, especially in a racing car. The political and economic climate is changing. Governments around the world have given the EV business a lot of help through tax credits, subsidies, and investments in infrastructure. In the US, some states want to raise taxes on EVs to make up for lost fuel tax money. Without these financial incentives, some EV owners might not be able to explain the higher price and switch back to gasoline cars, which are less expensive. The cost of charging an EV is also higher than it used to be because the price of energy has gone up in some places, which could make some people think twice about buying a gasoline-powered car. Where EVs are going and how customers can play a part. Electric cars are still an important part of the movement toward better transportation, but not everyone should drive one. As the list of problems and drawbacks grows, some EV owners are switching back to gas cars or looking at other options, such as by building more charging stations and making batteries last longer and recycling easier. The move back to gasoline isn't a general trend, but it does show that people have different needs, and the future of transportation will probably include a mix of technologies. But if the industry wants them to become the most popular way to get around, it needs to address the real issues that are making some owners long for gas-powered cars. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated with more insights, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Your support helps us bring you more content that matters. Thanks for watching.